you are xenophobic, Meghan. And you got to the royal family and you couldn't appreciate it because you are an ignorant xenophobe. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, Leilani of Barbados. We have to have a little chit chat, a little bit of a follow up. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. There's been a lot of backlash and reactions from the camp of the Harkles about the South Park episode. My reaction, by the way, that got cut out by YouTube, I appealed it and they accepted it, and then I put it on my members only now. Members only is easy to join. It's better if you do it on a desktop or laptop and then you just press join and it asks you, if you want to join it. That's it. But anyway, it was a lot. It was so much, and everyone was saying, oh, Meghan Markle and Harry are going to sue.
Harry and Meghan considering taking legal action.
Could Harry and Meghan sue?
Is this actually true, that their lawyers are thinking of taking action?
Oh, it's true, Koshi. The news said so.
They came out with their spokesperson who said, no, they're not going to sue, but the Duchess is simply upset and overwhelmed over how she was portrayed in that South Park cartoon. Whilst at the same time saying that the episode was boring and baseless, but your documentary, but your Spotify podcast is not boring at all, right? Who's representing them at this point? Because I feel like upset and overwhelmed are the wrong words to use. I know they sound very posh. It's not really the right words to use. This is a humanitarian, my darlings. This is somebody who wants to go around the world saving it, right? But a little cartoon, very much within their legal right, because it was a parody. They didn't say any names. And just today, the creators of South Park, Trey Parker and Matt Stone, have been on a podcast where they talked about how litigious their show is and how they're used to ruffling feathers, and that this is nothing new to them, that they have overcome a lot of those lawsuits in the past. They have not commented directly on Meghan Markle and Harry, but they basically said this is their shtick. They're used to it. In the podcast, they mostly talked about other cases where they crossed the line and they came out victorious. They weren't really addressing Meghan and Harry because for them, this is small fish to fry. By the way, the duo are the highest paid entertainers in Hollywood. South Park does this all the time. This is upsetting and overwhelming. Now, also, you can remember that in the documentary, Meghan was extremely bothered by people hating her. She is a mother and people don't like her. That was her literal complaint in the documentary. Is this somebody who strikes you as a humanitarian? You have to really go out there and be in the trenches for us to believe you, because really what you're doing in Hollywood is looking at yourself in the mirror the whole goddamn time, the whole time, and rehearsing your lines and seeing what's your best angle. And it's a very narcissistic career. You are by nature a selfish person. You realize that and humanitarian does not go together? But anyway, I'm going totally off track. So let me get back on track with this. Something that really interests me at the moment is that they have been removed from the website for the Commonwealth. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are wiped from the Queen's Commonwealth Trust website as it launches new design after the couple's Netflix series took aim at the Commonwealth. I really want to talk about this. The website is choosing to highlight the work of the young leaders in the Commonwealth as opposed to the fake president and vice president of the Queen's Commonwealth Trust. I don't understand why they took so long to remove their pictures. So when you leave a job and somebody calls a job and is told they no longer work here, they no longer work there. And I think this is where the royal family and its advisors are so charitable with everybody. They need to step it up. They need me to tell them, look, they don't work here anymore. You can take down their picture and take away their title. The website now says nothing about any work that Harry and Meghan did. It is just highlighting the work of the youth in the Commonwealth. So all of that has been erased. Finally, it's a voluntary organization, whereas in the documentary it's dismissed as a colonial body used for Britain to extract money and resources from the rest of the world. She would have been horrified, meaning the Queen, had she not passed away, because they did that documentary, they filmed it before they would have known that she was going to pass away. And as Dan Wooten rightfully said, the only mercy in the late Queen's death is she didn't have to watch Harry and Meghan using Netflix to trash her beloved Commonwealth to millions around the world as Empire 2.0. Disgraceful. Hashtag Harry and Meghan Netflix. So everyone's saying thank God that she didn't get to see that because the Commonwealth meant so much to her. And by the way, coming from the Commonwealth, it means a lot to us too. Okay? Let's not pretend. You can say whatever you want to say when you have not lived in the Commonwealth. But in the Commonwealth, we really look to the metropole. We want to go to school there. We want to have the experience there. We want to be educated there. These experts, as she's calling them in the documentary, which we'll get to, those people, they're saying that it is Empire 2.0. I think this tweet sums it up. The thing I don't get when they was on about the Empire 2.0, sorry, I don't know where the accent came from. Sorry, hold on. The thing I don't get when they was on about Empire 2.0, every country in Commonwealth has a choice to leave anytime they want, hashtag Jeremy Vine. Well, that's correct. There's a certain type of xenophobia that Meghan has that I think these other experts have too. This is my theory. They purposely keep themselves in a bubble. I feel that if you don't appreciate the Commonwealth, you are xenophobic, Meghan, and you're ignorant. And that's why you could never appreciate the royal family. You literally married into the royal family and you thought you knew better than them, girl. You lived in an apartment trying to get working jobs, trying to talk to yourself in the mirror and say your lines over and over again to try to make yourself sound like a good actress, even though everyone told you you're not. And you got to the royal family and you couldn't appreciate it because you are an ignorant xenophobe. And that's my opinion. Oh, by the way, Meghan Markle, the fraud that she is, wore a veil that represented symbols from each of the Commonwealth countries on her wedding day. So they're saying she must have changed her mind dramatically since her wedding day in 2018 when she wore a veil boasting different symbols to represent each nation of the Commonwealth. Yeah. It doesn't matter, you know. Nothing matters to her. In the third episode of the series, writer and broadcaster Afua Hirsch, author of the 2018 memoir British is in brackets, described the Queen's beloved Commonwealth as being Empire 2.0 before then going on to describe Prince Harry as an anti-racist. No one asked. But I did look up Afua. She's never lived in the Commonwealth or any third world country. She did, however, go to Oxford and then went on to the law school I went to. So we know she's an utter idiot. But she does appear in the documentary, and I did find that everything she said was utter shite. So, you know, that is what it is. So we've had a lot of very negative stories this week, coincidentally, about the Waleses. This rumor mill going on about how the Waleses are splitting up. And it's been very disgusting, very much in the way of the Spare book, very gross, talking about condoms and people found condoms in hotel rooms. I mean, as if William stays in hotel rooms without his wife. It's a lot of foolishness. But this Kate Middleton reportedly confirms her breakup with Prince William at the BAFTA Awards. You know, like how in the James Corden interview, Harry was talking to Meghan on the phone. He was like, "Hi, Meghan." And she was like, "Hi, Paige." And she was like completely glowed up, like with all her makeup and hair. They pretend like if Kate walked out of the BAFTA Awards, like, "I'm breaking up with you, Wells. And I'm walking out of these awards because I'm revealing it at the BAFTA." Meh. They're trying to write this article. I don't know who writes this. And even People, who is a Meghan supporter normally, says that Kate Middleton playfully pats husband Prince William's butt on 2023 BAFTA red carpet. And they talk about how he was playfully flirting with him and they were matching in black and white and they were beautiful and wonderful and fabulous as always. The things we have to read. It's an insult to our intelligence. It really is. They're fine. I mean, look, I know that Meghan Markle left the royal family and did an Oprah interview when Prince Philip was on his deathbed, and she thought that was fine. But I don't think everybody thinks like her. Like, I don't think that even if there are marital issues in anybody's family, in the royal family, they would break up right before the coronation of Prince Charles. People actually care about their loved ones. You announced the documentary, which put Queen Elizabeth 1 foot closer. You understand? So just because you do those things does not mean that everybody else operates like that. I have other things to talk to you about, obviously, because I'm the talky one. I saw a comment from a hater saying, "I thought you were quitting YouTube. Why are you still talking?" Because mouth meant to talk. That's what we say in Barbados. Mouth is made to talk. That's my mouth, I talk. So from your talky Leilani of Barbados, lots of love to you. I love you so much.
What the world?